Yeah, so like 10 years now I've been off the roads, yeah. I ain't got time for no jail right now. So they called out the dogs, the helicopter, because I just done the Houdini. The dogs have found me.
Where do you think you learnt more, prison or trading?
Meet 5beats. From wild police chases and losing it all, to mastering the markets, prison gave him discipline, trading gave him freedom. More than 250,000 made legit.
Lives changed through his journey. This is no fairy tale. It's a battle for survival, and he's bringing the blueprint.
That was the point where I just realized that this is over.
How did you actually stay dedicated and say, you know what, enough's enough, I'm done?
I'm about 250 up, nearly 300 bags up. It's full-time trade now, yeah.
How long did it take you to learn?
It took me about a year and a half.
When you hear all these guys saying trading, scamming, what do you think about that?
It's just how you trade, isn't it? Like, you can turn it into gambling now.
From 4K a day on the roads to 60K in a single day on the charts. The game's different now, and 5beats is living proof you can switch lanes if you're built for it.
Everything is literally documented on my Twitter, so I've got nothing to lie about.
But why would you? Before we jump into today's episode, we've noticed that 71% of people watching right now are not subscribed. If you're watching this, you're clearly enjoying it. Here's our promise to you. Hit subscribe and we'll keep raising the bar, bringing you the biggest and best guests yet. Sharper conversations, bigger guests, and unfiltered conversations that others won't dare to do. Hit subscribe now. Where do you think you learnt more, prison or trading?
I'd say prison.
What would you say was one of the highlights of your life in prison?
It was just like getting back into like a routine.
Okay.
It sounds very basic, but a routine is key for me.
Definitely. I think a routine changes a lot for someone.
Yeah. So before I went prison, I was just, out and about, doing on the road, selling drugs, whatever. I had no real routine. Do you get what I'm saying? It's just you're freestyling every day type of thing. So when I landed on the wing, and it's like breakfast at this time, education's at this time, lunch is then dinner. Like I forgot about the routine because you're out of school for time. That's the last time you're kind of like in a routine sort of thing.
What age was you when you got involved in crime?
About 14, maybe 13 or something.
What area are you from?
I'm from Harrow.
Okay. And how did you get involved in crime?
I'd say it kind of started with like just going to high school. To be honest, yeah.
Was it rough?
Well, not super rough, but there was other guys like my age already shot in, already on the roads, already like hanging out on the streets and shit. So it was kind of like, I just started going high school and it just started from there, to be honest. Started like a week or two and I had draws.
For real?
Yeah, like the £5 draws. And I remember the Jackses we used to call them back in the day and whatnot. Yeah, like all of that shit.
What was your upbringing like?
It was very good, both my parents, they're married, like they moved from like northwest London where it's like bad, like Stonebridge, whatever, to like Harrow to try to give man a better life and that. But
do you know what? The reason I asked that question is because I've interviewed a lot of people who have gone to prison.
Yeah.
And I always work out that they always become a product of their environment.
Yeah.
It's either from home, from school, or just the area they live in.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing yours was school and the area you was in, right?
Yeah, literally.
And you went to prison for selling drugs?
Initially, I was remanded for that, but I bust my drug case and just got done for driving offences.
What happened that day you got arrested?
Basically, now, boom, I was with one of my brethren that lives on my mum's road and that, but he's a civilian, so that was where I fucked up from the start. And then I was on shift at the time, so I was just driving around hitting them and that, and then I picked up a reload on one road and then started driving two roads, and then police are just like behind me, lights on. I'm all comfortable these times. I even got my shoes on in the car and that, like. So the police chase have started. I'm having to try put on my shoes while I'm speeding away and shit. And then they're chasing me for about 20 minutes. Then I lost them, but then a car with a trailer on the back come out their driveway on one of them tight roads where you have to give way.
Yeah.
So I'm doing like 70, 80 trying to get away from the feds down this tight road. This car just comes out, boom, crash straight into it, right off my car, hop out with the food and whatnot. Through the food, but neighbors see the food and that, whatever. Yeah. They see me through it and then throw it, and then, the police called out the helicopter and the dogs, because I was known to, like, at that time, I was known to give chase every time. I was never stopping for them. So they called out the dogs, the helicopter, because I just done the Houdini. They saw my car or whatever. My brethren's in the car still like dazed. He don't know what's going on. Do you get me? And yeah, so I've just done the Houdini, but then they called the helicopter, the dogs have found me and whatnot. So as soon as I'm seeing the dogs coming close to the bush I'm in, I just hopped out because I'm not trying to get bitten by no dog and whatnot. So
did you know there and then that you was going to prison? Have you ever dreamed of trading six figures? Well, now you can. This episode is sponsored by Quant Teckle, or QT, a top prop firm giving real traders real capital. Back in the day, trading with big money meant working at a hedge fund or risking your own savings, but not anymore. With QT, if you've got the skills, they'll fund you with up to $400,000. You trade, you profit, you keep the majority share. Crypto, gold, or Forex, whatever your lane, QT helps you scale like a pro, fast scaling, instant payouts, and a trader's first model. Use code BLUETICK for 50% off only at quantteckle.com.
Nah, I didn't. Because I was so used to like getting arrested, going court, and just getting bail. So I was just thought it was just another one of these ones. Like they can't prove I'm driving, can't prove that's my shit. So getting bail, but I got nicked on a Friday, was in the station all weekend, Monday come, and then went to court, got remanded.
When you got remanded, the first day you walk in, you get landed on the wing. What was it like for you? How old was you?
I was 21.
Okay.
So the first night they put you in like a 6-man bang up in Scrubs.
For real?
Yeah, it's called First Night Center.
Okay.
So I'm just in there with bare like couple men that don't even speak English and whatnot, and we're just there, vibes in whatever. But one guy I knew had like weed and shit, so we were smoking in the showers and that and whatever. And then they put me on the wing. Then they put me on the wing the next day, and then when I got on the wing the next day, I just thought, yo, like this is mad. Like I'm really here, like, cause you know when you wake up when you go sleep, man, woke up and I'm looking around, I'm thinking like I'm at home innit, but I'm not. Like I'm in jail innit, so it's like it's kind of mad. It's overwhelming at that time, and then but luckily where I'm from, a lot of man was already in jail. Like I was one of the later ones to go jail out of like my friends and that.
Yeah.
So when I landed there, it was just like being at home on the roads because all my friends is there.
And so, how did your mom and dad take it?
They kind of knew because they was telling me from before, like, you're gonna go jail, innit? Because I'm one of them guys, like, my mom knows exactly what man was up to, innit?
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, I tell her to the T, she's Jamaican and that, so you know how they kind of like.
Did she ever try to stop you?
Not try, like, tell me to that where this is gonna head to and try and educate me and stuff, but them times there I'm a grown man, I'm not even living at her yard and that, so she can't really tell man anything. Do you get it? So I'm just doing me at that point.
And what was prison really like for you? Was you scared at all?
Nah, I wasn't scared, but because of the fact that like all my mates have been going jail for like a couple of years before that now. So I've all heard bare stories, I've heard bare things. So it feels like it's a place that I know, if you get what I'm saying, even though I haven't been there.
Yeah.
So once I got there, and then like I'm on the wing and all my friends are, because when you go there, they ask you what area you're from, who you got problems with, and then they put you on the wing with all your allies, and you get me. So yeah, I was just in there with like loads of my friends and stuff. So it didn't. Like, cause I done a couple months in Scrubs first, then I got sent to Pentonville. So, but Scrubs was a walk in the park. Scrubs was fun. It was like local with all my brethren.
What was Pentonville like?
Pentonville was different because I'm just like, I don't know anybody there. So they put me in Pentonville now, and then I'm just like, cause basically I got kicked out of Scrubs, the block. I was in segregation for like 3 weeks down there. Then they kicked me out because we was just like fighting every week and just being naughty and shit. So they put me in the block there, then they moved me to Pentonville. So I got to Pentonville, but they put me straight back in the block in Pentonville.
Straight away?
Yeah, straight away. Another 2 weeks in the block. So went there, done that. And then obviously while I'm doing that, I'm chilling with some youths that are like from one side of North London in the block. But then when they put me on the wing in Pentonville, they put me with them man's ops, you feel me?
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so it was like, it was weird because we could all see each other through the exercise yard and whatnot, but it was like, I kind of like switched sides as well. I won't even lie, because I was just with these man now. Yeah. But before I even linked up with these man, the Tottenham youths and that, I was just on the wing by myself for like 3-4 days. But they rated that because I was still coming out, still going exercise yard, going showers, not speaking to no one, just out there on my ones. Like, but because couple man will go to a jail, they don't know no one and just sit in their cell all day. Do you get me? But I went on all that. I'm not doing no voluntary. Don't matter. You get me, sort of thing. So.
And while you was in prison, was there any situations that happened that had to be dealt with?
As in on the roads
Trouble,
or
drama, anything that caught up from the road life?
Nah, because you see on the roads, yeah, like when I was young, like 15, 16, I was doing like ride outs and this op shit and all that. But then one of my olders, he what's it called? He bottled someone and went jail for like 5 years. Got a 5, do 2.5. You get me? He bottled a CID. So
bottled a CID?
Yeah, but it was plain clothes. He didn't know
Yeah.
and whatever. So when that happened, and I'm thinking, raw, like, man ain't seeing this guy for time, because back then, like, a 5 is time. Like, no one, all the man them's getting months in jail and that. So a man getting a 5 is crazy to us at that time. So I was just thinking, raw, this violence thing is kind of crazy. Like, I need to make money. Like, forget this riding out shit and all that. That shit's it. So I was more just like a trapper on
Strictly
the roads.
business kind of
Yeah,
thing.
I was
Money
more strictly
hungry.
business, yeah, sort of thing. So at that, when I've gone jail, I don't have no problems with no one. I'm just like backing my friends' problems and shit like that sort of thing. That's how I'm getting into all these fights and getting kicked out. Or
How long did you do the first time you went in prison?
Nah, I've only been jail once.
Oh, you
though.
only went jail once?
I went
Okay,
jail
how long
once.
did you do?
I done 6 months.
And when you come out, did you say, you know what, I'm done with this shit?
Nah, I was saying that in jail. I come out and I hit the roads in like 3 days, 4 days.
For real?
Yeah. I come out because, like, I don't know, man. It's your friends, their environment, innit, sort of thing. So I come out, I hit the roads again. But then, so I was on the roads again for maybe about 6, 7 months or something. And I had my whole team, because I had like a team. I had 2 cars on the roads, drivers, Nitty working for man, and one of the man then working for man, and had a banker in both cars and whatnot. You get me? So, bam, that's how we was rolling, whatever. But then everyone got nicked except for me. Everyone, like they were onto my
whole team.
Yeah, because I was always just chilling at home or around a girl's yard. So I was never in the field no more. So my whole field team got nicked, literally. So in one day, like they all got like spun
And you
together.
didn't get nicked?
Nah, I was just chilling. I was at the time, I was in like North London or something. I was far away from Harrow at the time, because I used to trap in Harrow and whatnot. And yeah, everyone got nicked, and then everyone got remanded. So
A long day.
yeah, I'm not hitting the roads again, like to actually serve myself in it. Cause I'm just thinking, yo, I was over that from when I come out of jail and that. So that was the point where I just realized that this is over now.
And to go from being legit, from being on the roads to legit, how did you make that transition?
Bro, that transition was the hardest transition I've ever done in my life.
Because once you taste that fast money,
Yeah.
once you taste it and it's there, it's in your hands quick, you can sell that, boom, you get that. To go and work a job or even make tunes, make beats, doing stuff like that, and then you're waiting to get paid X, Y, Z. You in your head, you're thinking, oh, fuck this, man. I'm just going to hit the roads, make a quick bag, 2 bags, whatever it is.
Yeah,
it's quick.
literally,
It's instant. If you need money, it's let me get to the roads. How did you actually stay dedicated and say, you know what, enough's enough, I'm done?
You know what it is? I had my daughter in it. So when I come out of jail, my first baby mother, I had my daughter within it. So that kind of was always in the back of my head. Like, I don't really want my daughter to grow up and see me just like at home answering phones and all that shit. You get me there? I wanted to see me doing something legit and whatever. Do you get me? So that was in the back of my mind. And then when everyone got nicked, that was it. I was just like, yo, enough's enough. And then it was hard though. I went literally broke. Like, I went broke. Like,
what did you do? What worked? What did you want to do?
I started doing music.
Okay.
I started
was
making
that always
beats.
a passion?
Yeah, and true, like I've got 2 other brothers who was already in the music scene.
Okay.
So I was hearing, while I was in jail, I was hearing like my brothers on the radio and whatnot and shit. So that was also like a plan B, plan C from in jail, innit? Like, sort of thing. So, because in jail, I was coming out to like be legit.
Yeah. everyone says they're coming out to be legit.
I was coming out to be legit. I swore to God, like everything. Like, I was coming out to be legit, whatever. So when everyone got nicked, I just realized, yo, like, to build up a whole new team, to get everyone, like, because it's all about chemistry with a team, and that you can get people to try and fill in jobs and that, but they're not going to do it like how you had shit running or yourself or whatever. So I just realized from there, I kind of got to do something else, because this road thing, it's not going to really work, type of thing.
Before we move on to the beats, what kind of money was you making trapping on the roads?
On the roads, I made my first 100 quid at like 2021.
And what was a good week?
Good week, what, profit-wise or just intake?
In both, intake, profit.
So yeah, like, intake, I was doing about 3-4 quid a day.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, so your line was active.
Yeah, I had 2 workers and whatnot. I was buying like a half box of each and whatnot. So 2 lines were active. We was out there like doing our thing, innit? So, but at the time, it didn't really feel like a lot. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It felt like, obviously I had money, but it didn't feel like yo, like man's making mad money because everyone around me is kind of like
Making
Harrow's
sense.
like an OT spot, isn't it?
Yeah,
let's
everyone's
be
active.
real. Yeah, everyone like there's so much cats there and whatnot. It's like a proper OT spot. So I'm doing numbers, but then my brethren, his line's doing numbers. My other brethren's line's doing numbers. The olders are doing numbers. Like everyone's doing numbers. So I'm just thinking, right, I need to do better. Need to do better, sort of thing. I'm not really realizing man's actually making good money right now, whatever. So it was like, yeah. So I was making about like £4, £3 a day. Some days it'll do like
10
5.
to 20 bags a week.
Yeah, making good money. But
Very good
after I
money.
pay off the rent, all the workers, everyone smokes weed, everyone eats and that. Like I was then left with good money myself, and obviously their wages and whatnot. So I was left with good money. I couldn't complain at the time.
So let's say you made 5 bags a week.
Yeah.
For the sake of the podcast, 5 bags a week. Going to start making beats. How long did it take you before you start actually earn some money? Let's be real. You want the Dubai lifestyle, but you're still living at your mum's house in Watford? No shade, just facts. You're done pretending and ready to make the move. There's a legit way to make it happen. Dubai is where the winners go. No tax, business friendly, supercars and skyscrapers. And you can actually live there properly with a full residency. The company we've partnered with handles everything. Visa, business license, bank account. No stress, no guesswork. Check the link in the bio.
Bro, it took me probably 2 years.
For real?
Yeah. I literally went broke, bro. Went broke. My baby mother left me. Thought I was just fucking about in the studio, getting high with the mandem or some shit. I don't know. You get me?
Was there days where you wanted to go back to the roads?
Yeah, all my brethren was on the road, so I used to think about it. I remember one time I nearly relapsed, and then I just thought, you know what, this is long, car. I was about to get into it with my brethren, but I kind of remembered he's not really serious anyway, type of thing. Like, he's kind of like just out here on vibes. He's not out here like really trying to get to the bag. So then I just said, nah, you know what, let me just stay focused and not forget what everyone else is doing. Let me just do me, type of thing.
And what was the first beat you made that popped and put you on the map?
I'd say Nine's Trapper of the Year.
That song, that went viral.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
How did you meet Nines? How did you get that intro? How did you...
I know-
When people would say Nines,
Yeah.
he's the man.
I know Nine's from the roads, innit? So we used to
Okay.
do business back in the day and whatnot. So like he was like one of my plugs in that for time and that, you get me? He was good to me still, like proper good.
And how did he give you an opportunity to make one of his tunes?
So when I told him, yo, I'm gonna start making beats and that, he's like, oh, let's get a studio. So me and him went halves on a studio for a bit, you get me? And then that's where he recorded, can't remember what project it was. I mean, it might have been One Foot Out.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we recorded half of that in like his kitchen, the other half in like his bando.
For real?
Yeah, I mean in the studio in his
Okay,
kitchen.
yeah.
No, in the studio, and then the other half in his like kitchen bando.
And when Trap of the Year come out, did you expect it to do the numbers it done?
See, not really. No, I'm not really. Like, I thought obviously Nines is big these times. I thought he was gonna do his thing, but that's still like one of his most biggest songs and viewed songs to date, sort of thing. So I didn't expect it to be like a super hit. I thought it was gonna be very good. I'm a big Nines fan as well. I like his music a lot. You get me? But I didn't know it was gonna be like that big. And at the time, I was in Toronto anyway, so I was in Toronto for about 3 months. So when I come back, that's when I realized how big.
Yeah, that's true.
Because when I left, I was like nobody in making beats. Then that's dropped while I'm out there. So when I've come back now, and I'm seeing like how it's actually like I'm driving down the road and walking down, people are playing out their car and all these things. That's when I realized, raw, like this shit's serious.
And how does the music industry work with you getting paid? Do you get paid for creating a beat, or do you get paid per X amount of streams? How does that industry work?
So basically, you get an advance for the beat,
Okay.
and then you get royalties from radio, but then from like Spotify and sales and stuff, you have to basically recoup the advance that you got from the beat first,
Okay.
from your percentage on the song.
So okay.
So
Break that down
let's
for
say,
us.
so on the master record, for instance, that one, I own, I think 3% of the master record.
Okay.
Which is like, the master record is what gets sold and streamed on Spotify, etc. You get me?
Yeah.
So for me to get money from Spotify and all that for it, because that's the biggest chunk of money from the music.
Okay,
Like
yeah.
Spotify, the streaming and all that, and the sales. So for me to get money from that, I've got to recoup. I think he gave me like a bag for that beat, and I've got to recoup a bag from royalty from Spotify and that, but off my 3%.
Okay, before you start making
Yeah,
the
before
3%.
I can start making the actual money from each sale.
raw.
So it's a bit of a lula, I'm not gonna lie to you.
So from that tune, how much do you say you made roughly?
Maybe like 50 bags or something.
And is
Nothing
that still,
crazy.
does that still come in now or not? How's it
Yeah,
work?
I still earn some money from it now. Yeah,
For real?
it's not a lot because I don't think it gets played that much anymore.
So whatever tune you make, if it goes viral, even 20 years down the line, you'll still be getting money from it.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
You've stopped all the beats now, right?
Yeah, I haven't made a beat in like 2 years.
What made you stop?
You know what it is? I'll be honest, bruv. Like, it's a young man's sport. So you see like these kids that are at home with no responsibilities, they're going crazy on the beats. They've got enough time to like do the full job of what it takes to be a producer. And then as I was getting older, I kind of realized that I'm relying on a rapper to feed my family.
Yeah, true.
Do you get me? And then that wasn't sitting with me well, because like you can be with a rapper and make loads of songs and then nothing comes out. And if nothing officially comes out, you're not making no money. Do you get me? So that was happening a bit here and there as well. And then I just kind of like the way they treat producers and engineers and everyone else, like only some rappers will really look after you. But generally how it's like seen in the UK and stuff, it's like we're slaves in the
For
whole
real?
process of making the music. Yeah.
But you lot are the magicians behind the whole tune.
Yeah, but they don't respect that. They just think,
Do your job kind of thing.
He's a producer, he's a beat maker, he just makes beats. So, do you get me? That's how they treat, man. And because there's like YouTube and bare beats everywhere, it's so accessible. They just think, if you're not my slave, another you will be my slave type shit. So man kind of just thought, I'm not really, I need to find a different lane. But at the time when I'm making music anyway, I signed the deal in 2020, I think.
Okay.
Was it 2021 or 20? I think it was 2020.
COVID times.
Yeah, so just before COVID, I was in LA
Okay.
and I made a song for Pop Smoke
For real?
on his album. But this is when he was alive, and then I thought the song wasn't coming out no more because he died, and then it still came out on his album, innit? So from that, an American company called Ultra, they inquired to sign me and whatnot. You get me? So signed with them for a quarter ticket, and then from there, I was just like thinking, like I've made it now type of thing. So from there, I started like trading on Binance these times, doing futures.
Did you have any idea about trading?
Nah.
You were just gambling.
Basically, just go around me bored, just like, couple man I'm seeing man online doing flips, and I'm believing all this online bullshit that I just know is cap now, innit? So I'm believing all of it, and I'm just jumping in this guy's course, this guy's mentorship, whatever. Just, do you get me, trying a thing, and I'm just flipping, and then I had to stop that because I lost like 30 bags, 40 bags in like less than a year. Just
long day.
On crypto, and I was like, I'm over this.
Do you know one thing I will say from trading myself and stuff? The buzz you get from the blue and red, the buzz you get is better than anything in the world.
Yeah,
when you're looking at your screen and it's blue
and you're up, nothing matters.
There isn't nothing you can take, no drugs, no out. There is nothing you can do.
I definitely agree
that
with that.
Gives
one.
that feeling. Yeah. That feeling that's what the chase is. That's what you're chasing constantly.
Yeah.
Before we move on to the trading sector of your life, Pop Smoke, when he passed, tune comes out. How'd you get paid?
So I'm these times now, I was thinking that as well, but then as the tune come out, maybe like even before the tune came out, my bad, the label signed me, so they collect all of that.
So okay. So they was already collecting the
piece. Yeah, they was collecting all my royalties and whatnot from America and whatnot.
What other artists did you make music for?
Made music for like Nines, Potter, Fredo, Central C, Heady, Future, Quavo.
So you done all the big boys?
Yeah.
All the main guys, you done them all?
Yeah.
And were there any that were headache with payment?
Nearly everyone, bro. But
For
it's
real?
not, it's like at that point, you're not even dealing with them.
You're dealing with the management.
Yeah, the labels and the management, whoever they're signed to. And then, because even like my Pop Smoke payment, no word of a lie, I got paid for that beat last year. And it come out in 2020.
For real?
Yeah, I got my advance for that beat last year.
Your advance?
Yeah.
Advance means upfront.
Yeah, I got it. Exactly. I got that last year. Like 4 years later. And it took so much back and forth with my lawyers and their label to make it happen.
What's the most you made from one tune?
Probably the Pop Smoke song still. It's probably like about 300, 200 bags or something.
For real?
Yeah, songs made a lot of money still.
And what was your percent of that? How does that work?
Now that's what I've made of it. I had whatever I've got. I think I've got 9 or 10% on that record, on the publishing side, and 1% on the Spotify master side.
What makes the most money? Spotify.
Yeah, for sure.
Does Spotify pay good?
Yeah,
For real?
yeah. If you're streaming, if you're a top dog, like anyone who's producing for like Central C
They're up.
or Drake or 21 Savage and that, they're clearing racks. Like even one of my brethren who's a trader now too, he's made over a couple M's off this music thing, from like producing for Pop Smoke and a couple other big guys.
You was in the music game and you was doing very well, clearly.
Yeah.
You've had the likes of all the biggest UK artists, American artists, and you was producing music for them.
Yeah.
Why stop though? Like you're making good money.
Because what it is, when COVID hit is when I was like popping the most because of the Pop Smoke song.
Yeah.
But I couldn't get back to America
Why?
because of COVID. Remember, they
shit.
closed the border.
Yeah.
So by the time the borders reopen, it's like a year and a half later, the buzz has died down. Pop Smoke's dead. I can't really... All the people that wanted to work with me in studio in America and whatnot, it's like they're just on... Obviously, time's passed now. They're onto different shit. So that was one key thing of making me think, ooh. So I started doing a lot of UK stuff there now, but then UK don't really pay like that.
No, I don't pop like America.
Yeah, it got to a point where like I'm having to like... Music's not even paying my rent and bills and that. Do you get me? I had to just think, yo, this is getting kind of long. That's when I started to really think about doing something else.
And who was one artist you always wanted to work with?
Nines.
For real?
Yeah, Nines.
Okay, no, fair. You tick that box then. I guess you can say you done that one. Are you still tight with Nines now?
I ain't really spoken to him much here and there, but I spoke to him about a year ago. He was asking me for beats for his last project, but at that time, I'd already like stopped making beats.
And you won't start making beats for no one now?
Nah.
You're done. Checked out fully.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm leaving it. I'm letting the kids live because they're too good now.
Yeah. What do you reckon about AI getting involved in beats?
Yeah, AI. I'll be honest with you. A lot of men are gonna be fucked.
Because there was a Drake tune. I'm not sure if you heard it. AI created a tune with Drake's voice.
Yeah.
Made the tune, and people was like, "Yo, this is a banger." Did Drake produce this? It was AI generated.
Yeah, nah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of men are gonna be fucked because even like from the music scene to like the film scene to production and all that, AI can kind of do a lot. So even like with movies, I'm seeing that like they're not gonna have to do mad high budget scenes. They can just create that on AI now.
Bro, AI's mad.
So a lot of people are gonna get fucked with this AI thing. I'm not gonna lie.
And when you took the step into trading, let's talk about that transition in your life. Music was booming. Music was doing well. You said, enough, I'm done. Long, safe, done. Yeah. You went and gambled 30 grand, lost it all.
Yeah.
When you lose 30 bags, ain't you like, okay, you know what? Fuck that, man. I'm done with that.
Nah, I was done for a bit. I took probably like a year break or something, 6 months break or something, but then like something just kept... No, that's it. So after all of that now, I've seen... You know Omar RnB. I've seen him on Snapchat. One of my other brethren who I was doing like crypto shit with posted him saying, yeah, like if you want to do Forex and other shit, this is the man to go to, whatever. So I added him on Snap, and then I was praying for about 6 months. The man didn't post one Rollie, one Lambo, one nothing, but he's just showing us transparently what he's making and whatnot, sort of thing. Because them days that he proper used to show, do you get me, like his shit. So I was thinking, okay, cool. Like this guy's not, because I was already any Lambo Rollie. I didn't want to see that no more. I already got done by all them, man. Like, do you get me? So I started to like think, okay, cool. I might join this guy's thing. So I pre'd it for like 6 months. Then I joined, and then that was probably the best decision I made ever.
Do you still work with Omar now?
Yeah, I'm still in it. I'm still a student of his mentorship.
Now, we had Omar on the pod 2 episodes ago. Big up Omar, man. He's
trust me.
One thing I love about him, humble.
Proper
and he's
humble.
down to help anyone.
Yeah, literally.
Like, I was talking to him and he was like, bro, just come, I'll teach you. Like, it's minor. Like, he's not like one of them guys. Don't get it twisted. He makes you work for it.
Yeah.
You got to pass all these exams. He makes you work, but it's the only way it's legit.
Literally.
All these guys sending signals. He was explaining to me it's illegal.
Yeah, no,
and I was like, what? Like, I thought like all these guys sending signals was legit. I just thought, yeah, sweet, whatever. It's fully illegal.
It's illegal, yeah. All it takes is someone to take them to court and it's done.
Long day for people.
That's why a lot of these guys, ain't you clock, like a lot of these signal seller guys from like a couple of years old, they've all moved to Dubai now.
Yeah, everyone's in Dubai.
Yeah, they got all the scammers in it. They've got mad cases everywhere. Like,
and with you and Omar, when you first got involved, when you jumped in it, how did you actually decide, yeah, you know what, trading's for me? How much was your budget that you went in with firstly?
So at the start, I didn't even go in with nothing. He was telling me to demo.
Okay.
But then I weren't demoing. I was fucking buying these prop challenges and just blowing them. You get me?
Okay, yeah.
So it was the same thing again. I lost maybe about, I think like 20, 25 bags again before I even made a penny.
Okay.
You get me? So I was doing, but I could see there was progression with working with Omar, but it was me managing my emotions more and managing like if you lose, to accept that you've lost and just walk away type of thing, innit? You get me? So that was what was more fucking me up. Not really that I was learning shit, and so I'd have a good day, like Monday, Tuesday would be so good, but I'd give back all the money and more by Thursday, Friday or something. You get what I'm saying? So I kind of knew there's a couple things I need to change to actually become profitable. And then he obviously sat me down, said to me, bro, you got kids and shit, like what are you actually on? Because right now you're moving like a waste man type of thing. And that's why I respect about him, because I don't know if he does with everyone else, but with me, he just keeps it real, like really real, even though you might not want to hear it or it might come across as disrespectful or whatever, but I know he's not like that. He's just telling man what I need to hear to get to the next level sort of thing.
He's being genuine with you, telling you the truth, not beating around the bush.
Yeah, literally.
And from losing 20, 30 bags, what position would you say you're in now?
I'm about 250 up, nearly 300 bags up from all of that.
And that's your full-time thing, trading?
Yeah, just full-time trade now, yeah.
Do you know how to trade fully?
Yeah, fully.
How long did it take you to learn?
Took me about a year and a half.
And what would you say one of the hardest things of trading is?
It's just like having your setup, having your rules and just sticking to them. But it's hard like when you're like, when you go and tilt, etc. or whatever. It's hard. It's just knowing your setup and just sticking to your rules and risk management. That's what it's mainly down to. As long as you're not, like, I even think a man in the bookies could make money with risk management. Because I even used to be a bookie head. I had a mad gambling problem when I was like 18. You get me?
And when you hear all these guys saying, trading scamming, trading scamming, trading scamming, what do you think about that?
I just think whoever they've gone to scam them, innit, sort of thing. Whoever they thought was their mentor, the guys with APs and Lambos and shit. I think they just got stung by them, man.
And what do you think about all them guys?
Obviously, I don't rate them, but I rate them at the same time, because it's like, it's scam or be scammed, innit? It's one of them ones kind of thing.
Do you know what I say about them? As this might get clipped up, but I just think the idiot is whoever buys it.
Yeah.
Bro, they're doing their hustle. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Literally, yeah.
They're doing their hustle. If you buy it, fall on you, bro. Like
that's literally, that's why I kind of like, people might think I'm fucked for rating them, but there's scams in every industry, bro. You're not gonna get away from scamming anywhere. So it's up to you to like know. And I got scammed too, so I kind of have hate for them, but I respect the hustle at the same time. There's always gonna be newbies that's gonna get scammed.
100%. The way I look at it is, if there's a guy showing Lambos, Rollies, APs, bust downs, all of it, why is he gonna help you?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the way I've always looked at it. I'm thinking, because if I'm that up, I'm gonna be honest, I ain't helping no one.
Yeah.
I'll help my close circle. I'm not gonna post on social media who wants to learn how to become the best. What the fuck? Why am I making all you man go up? My circle, no problem. Come, I look after you. I help you lot come up. But and they're charging £50 a month, bro. You're stunting a 400 bag Lambo. What's £50 for you?
Exactly. Yeah, it's not adding up, bro.
But I think trading in this current generation has a bad stigma.
Yeah, no,
I love it.
Does.
I love it. I think trading is amazing. It's fun. Do you think trading is gambling?
Yeah, 100%. But it's just how you trade, isn't it? Like, you can turn it into gambling now, like if you want to, now. But it just depends. I've been there. I used to gamble. I used to do the same thing on trading. Like, I used to be a gambler. You're supposed to risk this percent. I'm risking double and all that shit. Like, you can turn it into gambling. It's just how you approach it and how you move around it, sort of thing.
And when you trade, do you follow Omar's system, or have you now built your own system where you're taking Omar's tips and tricks and you've built your own thing?
Nah, so what Omar more does, Omar doesn't give signals or nothing.
No, not signals, but his system.
Yeah, he teaches you how to like read the market and anticipate where shit could go. And it's just down to you now to get in line with that sort of thing. So yeah, like on that sense, I still use that, but then I use a lot of stuff from ICT as well.
Okay, yeah.
Inner Circle Trader on YouTube, whatever. Like, he's like the biggest guy out here right now, whatever, some old man, whatever. But yeah, so I use a mixture of him and Omar. But Omar right now, because I know how to like trade, I know how to make money from it, whatever. Omar's more of like a counselor
Okay.
to me right now.
If you're having
So,
a bad day or you're having
so he's more, if I feel like I'm gonna do something dumb or whatever, I'll message him and he'll like tell me what's real. Like, do you get me? And so I'm forever gonna be his student. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm always, he's like one of the best things that's happened to my life as well. Like, especially like in my later life.
And now you're doing well for yourself.
Yeah.
Now you're full-time trader. Has there been any situations that have made you want to go back to the roads?
Nah,
Nothing at all?
nothing.
Would you say you're fully done?
Fully done. Been fully done still. I've been off roads for about since 2015.
Oh, for
Yeah,
real?
so like 10 years now I've been off the roads, yeah.
Do you ever miss it?
Yeah, I do. I'm not gonna lie. Like when I hear certain songs and certain things, it just makes me want to go back to being like 18, just out here, no responsibilities and that. But yeah, I got kids and shit, but I ain't got time for no jail right now. Still.
How old are your kids now?
I got my daughter's 10 and my son's 2.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing, bro. Regarding trading, let's break into trading a little bit more. I want to understand your trading knowledge and how you've gone from prison to now successful trader who's made over £250,000 in trading. People hear that and straight away they're thinking, yeah, this guy's chatting shit. Yeah, he was in prison. He's waffling, man. It's the truth. Listen, I always speak what the comments are going to say. When you do that, do you show your wins online and stuff like that?
Yeah, everything is literally documented on my Twitter. So I've got nothing to lie about. They've all my payouts got QR codes. They're all from official companies.
What's been the best day you've had on trading?
Best day, last year I had a day where I made 60 bags.
In one day?
Yeah.
And the worst day?
Worst day I've lost about, maybe the same, maybe a bit more than that.
That's the one thing with trading, man. It's up and down.
Yeah, literally.
Up and down.
You gotta stay leveled.
I think the hardest thing about trading is not chasing your loss.
Yeah.
That's it. Because even me, when I've traded and I've lost 5 bills, even something small, I could end up losing 5 bags just chasing that 5 bills.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how did I do that?
Yep. And then you wake up like when it's all done and going, you're like, fuck, what just happened? Like, you get me? But that's what Omar, he's taught me how to like shit, like going to the gym, just closing, like you take a loss for the day, close that laptop and go do something else. Do you get me? And at the start, I used to think this guy's lost it. Like, man can chase back a win, whatever. And
man's lost it.
Certain times, I used to chase back the win and actually win. But that's the worst thing to happen to you.
Because then you get used to it.
Yeah, you think every time that any loss, you think that this is just the program now. And then the markets will always teach you that they are the program and you're not. Do you get me? So
you can nick your little bits and bobs, but you try to take them, they'll wipe you clean.
Nah,
the
literally.
market, fool.
But with like, say like for instance, like with the roads and trading, it's like there's big pluses. Like what man have to understand is with this road thing, you ain't got no legal money. You got police on you all the time. It's like friends are snaky. Another man might want what you're doing on the roads or whatever, like type of thing. So I feel like even for like the youths growing up and that, there's so much different opportunities out here now where you don't need to hit the roads. And I feel like even like now, I feel like it's starting to happen where people are like looking at roadmen a bit funny, sort of thing.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? Social media, there's so much money to make.
Yeah, everything's switched. Like there's streaming now, there's music, there's trading, there's actual avenues where like you can actually make good money and it's legit in your bank. You don't like when I was on the roads, bro, man had bare money, but all I could do was go Harrods, Hakkasan, and A Jewelers. That's it. That is it. You can't get a rental. That's it. You can't own nothing. You can't buy a car from the showroom or none of these things. You can't rent a crib in your name. You're paying fucking double bubble to make someone else do it and get you the crib, whatever. Like it's all long. Like everything is long when you're on the roads.
My opening question to you was, did you learn more on the roads or more trading? You said more on the roads.
Yeah.
From talking to you, it sounds like the roads is just a part of your life. You're like, yeah, long, forget it. Why would you say you learned more on the roads?
Because you learn about people, you learn about business, you learn about structure. Because me, I was like a proper, like, I ran my line in that like a business. Do you get me? Like customer service was very, like, even like on the start, I was giving out like any cat that will come to man and fucking give man like bring another cat or something. I'm dishing out free pebs all the time with my workers and all that. Used to think I'm going mad in that, but they're not understanding that customer service is important. If you're like, that's what brings people back to you, and that's how we're all eating. Because people, it's not like a line isn't 100 cats. A line is like 20 cats coming back 3-4 times a day. Do you get me? So
I spoke to someone who previously been in prison for selling drugs, and he said the best salesmen in the world are people that trap.
yeah,
He goes, because they know the whole customer service system. When that phone rings, you have to answer. If you don't answer, they're ringing the next guy.
yeah, literally.
And he
they
was
don't
like,
wait for you.
He was like, Mikey, if people put that work ethic into selling a different product, they'll be millionaires overnight.
Tell you, yeah, 100%.
Because there's so many trappers out there. I know personally that are just like out in my circle, but when that phone rings, anytime, yo, what's going on? Where do you want me? Da-da-da. But when work rings or whatever it is, they're like, oh, decline, man. Long, forget it.
Yeah.
If you have that same work ethic in any business you're doing, you're going to be number one.
Yeah, 100%.
That's why trappers do so well, because it's a business.
That's
It's
what
not
I learnt my business skills from. That's why I always say the roads taught me more than anything else.
And how would you say you've implemented them skills in the roads into trading now?
It's just like with the skills from the roads, it's just like, it's like, obviously with a line, you have to wake up every day, you have to turn up, you have to be there, you have to like be on time, you have to, also like, you have to manage everything properly, sort of thing. And otherwise, you're just gonna be like most of these men on the roads that are not making any money. They're just surviving. You know, like there's bare men that are just like surviving through every week. They're not really making money. At the end of the month or at the end of the year, it's all repetitive. It's just back to like, they might have 10 bags at the start of the year and then they have 10 bags again at the start of the
Paycheck
year.
to paycheck kind of
Yeah,
thing.
it's not like a lot of men are not really making, like they're going through money, but it's saving it, money management, all that. A lot of men are not really doing that sort of thing. So it's like, so you wake up, you have to be places, you have to like you have to be attentive, you have to be at work. Because I was once one of them trappers that was just lazy and etc. And then a year goes by, you smoked bare weed and your pockets, you're probably down on the year. You're not even up, like you're not even net positive, like you're net negative. So I kind of realized that, yo, like if I'm doing this road thing, I'm selling drugs. Like forget everyone else, forget your birthday, forget parties, forget all that shit. Like I'm
a businessman.
Yeah, I'm just here doing me type of thing. And that's what really, like, even with music is the same thing. The dedication from the roads is what I put into music, and the same dedication I put into trading. Because with music especially, it's long, like at the start. To get from where you are to now making money, do you get me? It was a long process.
The thing is, you was lucky. You had a lot of connects.
Yeah.
You knew nines from the roads. You knew all these people from the road. So if you're a normal guy starting off in music,
Could get rough.
you could still be here today saying, I'm trying to get that paycheck.
Yeah, literally. I've seen man that started when I started and they're still like doing it now, but not
Chasing the bag.
Yeah, no songs, no hits, no nothing. It's rough.
And one thing I want to ask you here, we interview a lot of ex-criminals on my show.
Yeah.
There's a lot of the younger generation watching who are probably still on the roads, still trapping, still carrying a knife, still out there being active on the roads. What would you say to them? You turned your life around. What would you say to them?
I'll say to them to figure out what they like to do and what their passion is, and go and do that, or go get a job or something. The roads, it's dead, isn't it? Like, it's dead. It's not, I feel like a lot more men are snitching these days too, so you could be doing shit with someone and just end up in jail in a mad situation because a man snitched on you and whatever. Like, a lot of snakeries going on. It's like, it's a lot of men are robbing each other, and it's just like, it's rough, innit? A man, you can stack up 100 bags and a man just kidnaps you, bro, and then that's it. Yeah, like you've been on the roads 5 years saving this up, and it's all just gone in one moment, literally, like, sort of thing. So it's rough. And realistically, like, it's not, you can't do nothing with the money anyway, bro, unless you're gonna fucking do all this next bullshit. And it's like, there's no real direct path to turn your road cash into like real legit money. It's really, it's very hard to, like, a lot of men would just say, oh, you can make a business with it. It's not that simple, innit? Like, it's not that simple.
And you turned to trading at what age?
I'd say, how long were we trading now? About 29, 30?
Pretty old to start trading, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of the younger youth that are watching this. Do you reckon they can turn their life around at 18, 19, 20 and turn to trading?
100%. I chat to a couple men that's just like, from my other podcast that I done, a lot of men have seen that, like from my kind of background, like the roads, whatnot, jail and that. And I've got even a few men that have like come out and said, yo, that podcast there inspired man to like not really go back outside and just focus on trading and whatnot. And that's literally why I'm here doing podcasts and why I tell my story, innit? Because I know it's like there's not a lot of like being on the roads is very hard to like put it down and find another avenue. But what man don't understand is, bro, there's way more peas in this trading thing than the roads anyway. And it's legit. So it's
and how much would you say that you need to start with? If let's say you're 21 years old watching this, you're trapping, you got a line running that's probably making you 3 bags a week. How much do they need to put into trading to make decent money? If they've got a good coach, they're following someone proper like
not
Omar.
even a look, because of these prop firms, you can kind of get in with a decent account size for cheap these days. Like a 100k account's only like 4 bills.
Do you use a prop firm account?
Yeah, I literally only use prop firm. I don't even trade live myself.
And how much is in your prop firm?
Right now, I got, I think like 1.7 M in capital.
And how much of that is, explain how prop firms work.
So with the prop firms, obviously it's an evaluation, innit? So you can buy an account from them and then they want you to show your skills over a 2-phase. Yeah. There's 1 phase where I don't do those, but so like a 2-phase thing, and you got to hit a certain percentage, like 10%, then 5% on phase 2, and then they give you the live account. But you only have, it's more time. Like if they want you to make 10%, your drawdown is 10% as well.
Yeah.
So
you can win. You make 10%, you're good. If you lose 10%, they take the whole account, right?
Yeah, the account's gone. Yeah, but you can just buy another one. You know what I'm saying? There's no limit to how many you can buy and whatnot, sort of thing.
So how much is a 500 grand account?
They don't even do those no more. Before, like,
what accounts do they do now then?
Mostly like 100k and 200k.
So how much is a 100k account?
Like 4 bills.
So you could start this realistically with £400.
Yeah, literally.
So you ain't got to be making big money on the roads. If you're watching this right now, for example, and you got £400 in your account that's just chilling there, you could put it into this, follow a mentor like Omar. Yeah. You're telling me that can change someone's life.
Yeah, 100%. It changed mine, 100%. 100%.
If you weren't doing trading, do you reckon you'd be in prison right now?
Me, I wouldn't say in prison, but yeah, I'd be doing some
on the
fuckery.
roads.
Yeah, I'd be doing some fuckery still, I won't lie. I thought, when I was young, I thought I was going to like just sell drugs forever, bro.
For real?
Yeah, I swear down.
Would you want to be on a trapper of the year?
I thought I was going to be like them yardie man, just 60 years old, still out here, bro. Like, you get me? Swear down.
When you was younger, did you ever think you'd go to prison?
In the back of my head, a little bit, but because of like, I got nicked like 20 times before I actually saw jail. Yeah, I was getting nicked all the time, but I was just like...
How was you busting every time you got nicked?
It was most of the time, because like, cool, you can call it gay or whatever, what man was banking my food. So more time when man was getting nicked, it's just like having weed on me or being with people I shouldn't be and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really, I never had no serious case until I went jail in it for that case. That's the only case that like kind of was serious.
And they straight remanded you.
Yeah, because my brethren said in his interview, remember I had my brethren in my car, but he's a civilian. He said in my interview that I don't know nothing about the drugs and whatnot, but yeah, he said, yeah, my man was driving. But
he said you was driving?
Yeah, but my whole play was that I was another just, I decamped the car from the back seat. That's what I was telling him. Do you get me? I was in the car, but I just decamped from the back seat. Do you get me?
Fuck's sake. So if he said, nah, he weren't driving, I don't know what you're talking about, you would have got off with that.
Yeah, 100%. But it's all my fault. I shouldn't have a civilian in the car while I'm doing all this. That's why I'm still even cool with this brother to this day.
For real?
Because I'm a man. I take my own accountability for shit. So when I've got to jail now, everyone does this when they go to jail. They think, how did I get here? And it's not just about the one case you're on now. It's just about how you're living months before you actually get to jail. Do you get me? So I'm thinking about everything, and I realize that, in this situation here, I have to hold my own accountability for it, because I can't call him a snitch. He's a civilian. Like, do you get me? A civilian can't be a snitch. It doesn't work like that. Like, and number 2, I shouldn't have a civilian in my car when I'm up and down doing this, that, the other. Do you get me? So it's my fault. So that's why I'm cool with him. Still chat to him to this day, like type of thing. Ain't got no issue and all of that. Do you get me?
And what's the difference in your life now where back then you're trapping, you're watching over your shoulder, to today? What's it like when you walk down the road compared to when you was out there trapping?
True man, like when I started making music money and that, I moved out the ends. So I live in like near Reading sides now.
Oh, right,
You get
okay.
me? So I'm in OT. I don't know no one, no nothing. So I'm just there with my family, just another black youth type of thing.
No, but I'm saying is in for the youngers, I'm saying, when you was out trapping, you was making money and stuff, you was leaving your house thinking, shit, what's going to happen? Is there going to be an op? Is something going to happen? X, Y, Z. Now, you never have that worry no more?
Nah, never. Don't even police, I can be next to police behind me, whatever. I don't even, they don't bother me. I'm not intimidated. It took a little while though for that. Because like for a time, I'd be like still like jittery, not jittery, but like, oh, there's police there, like whatever. But as long as you're driving calm and whatnot, like even in my area now, I've been living there 5 years. I've never been stopped by police or nothing, bro. And I drive every day. I go gym. I'm around, like sort of thing. Do normal people shit. You get me?
Normal people shit.
Yeah.
I want to end the podcast asking you a question. If you could give the younger generation any bit of advice right now, you've got a 19-year-old, 20-year-old boy who's out there trapping. He's on the roads.
Yeah.
He's carrying a knife every day of the week because that's what they got to do.
Yeah.
He's carrying a knife every day. What is one bit of advice you could give him right now to make him stop?
Just this, like, bro, like it's a one-way ticket to jail, bro. That's where you're gonna, because once you start making serious money on the roads, that's when the feds are on you. When you're small time, you can kind of cut through and blend, and you might randomly get stopped, whatever. But it's not. But once you start making proper money and your name's ringing, these cats you're selling to, they're snitches too. Don't think police don't pull up on them and drop them money to, do you get it? Like to phone you and this intercept and all this. So, and even with the knife thing as well, bro, like, I have to be fair in it. There's certain situations where like you can tell everyone, oh, put your knives down, but then niggas will just die. Niggas will get caught lacking and die. But it's just like the best thing I'd say for man is to like these youths, they need to get a girl. You need a girlfriend on your team, like a solid girl who's with you for you. And I would say just try and get out of your area, your environment that you're in, who you're around every day. Because now, like, I live in, no one can't knock for me or nothing. No one can't, none of my brethren from the ends, like my ends a whole hour away. So no one's knocking for me. No one's, you get it? It's just, I'm just living a different life now, sort of thing. And I had to get away from all of that to do it. Because I got guys I grew up with doing life now and shit. Like, a lot of men around me are doing life, like 30 pluses and whatnot. And it's all bullshit, bro. Man are beefing, man, we all grew up with, bro. Like, do you get it? Like, it's all bullshit. You're doing 30, whatever, for like, man that we was all once brethrens. And it goes down like this in every ends. It's a load of bullshit. There's only, I feel like it all just ends one way, innit? It's that sort of thing. Like, you're either dead or you're in jail, innit? And that's it. And no one's bigger than the program. So you're gonna end up dead or in jail, innit?
Do you know one thing I learned through interviewing everyone and talking on this show? The police is the biggest gang in the world.
Yeah, 100%.
If you think you're part of this gang, that gang, whoever you think you're repping, the police are bigger.
Yeah, 100%.
That's it.
That's the biggest gang.
They've got more money than you. They've got more resources than you. They've got more intelligence. They've got more knowledge. They have everything you have. They have 100 times more. And there's 100 more of them.
And I'm telling man now, on the roads, every camp, there's a snitch in your camp, bro.
Yeah.
100%. There's a police informant in every single camp. I believe that fully. Because there's certain situations where it's just like, it's too obvious. Someone is telling the police something. Do you get what I'm saying? So you got to understand, like, this thing is not real at the end of the day. Man be catching bodies together or get to court and they're snitching on each other. Like, I know everyone's seen that before from the roads and in the area. Do you get me? So it's not real.
When you're looking at a long bird, everyone's a snitch.
Yeah, like,
everyone becomes a snitch.
Yeah, bro. So you got to understand, like, this shit, the guy you're thinking about getting in that car with today to go stab up this guy or go do that, if shit goes really left and someone turns pack, you man are finished. Man are snitching. Like, you got to understand that. Like, so...
Yeah, it's a complete different game when you're trading. Completely different.
You're just by yourself. You're your income. It's your fault if you don't make money and etc. There's no one else to blame.
You're chilling. You're sat at home on a computer. You have no stress.
Yeah,
that's
literally.
it. The worst that can happen is you have a bad day.
Yeah.
And even that, when you're using prop, what's the worst that's gonna happen?
Exactly. It's not even. It's all demo accounts. It's not even just real. It's only real once you get the funded account with the props and you get paid. But even then, if you blow your funded account, it's still 4 bills. You're back in the game again, bro. Like, it's not.
And what do they pay? What's the percent they pay you?
80% of whatever you make on the funded account.
So hold on. You pay £400.
Yeah.
You get an account with 100 bags in it.
Yeah.
If I make a bag, I get 8 bills.
once you're funded. So once you pass the evaluation, yeah.
And to get the evaluation. So once I get the account, I pay the 4 bills. That's all you got to pay.
Yeah, and then you got to get 10% on phase 1. So if that's a 100K account, you got to make 10 bags.
And how long do you get to do it? If I make that in one day, I'm good?
There's no time limit. Yeah, you can do that in 1 day, 1 hour, whatever.
So if I do that quick, boom, next, then what?
Phase 2, you got to make 5%. And
Even
then,
easier. All right, cool. Boom, 5 bags.
Then you make that, and then they give you the funded account. You do your KYC, all that bullshit, and then from then, whatever you make on that account above the starting balance, 80% profit your way.
How do they pay you?
Bi-weekly.
So every 14 days you get paid?
Yeah.
It's a win-win.
Yeah, it is 100%.
You can't lose. What are you going to lose? £400?
Yeah. But
So why do people
There's even cheaper accounts than that. You can get like 10K accounts for like probably $20, $30.
So why do people use their own money?
Because that's how it was before. This prop thing's only been around a couple years now, sort of thing, and it's really going mainstream now.
So there's actually no point using your own money anymore.
I wouldn't. Like even now, man told me, after you get your payout, do you put it in
why
a live
would you?
account? I said, bro, I just got this money out the market. So you think I'm putting it back in? That's like just going back to the roulette after you just won. Like it's madness.
But if they're giving you 80%, it makes no...
But what it is that obviously like the challenges are hard in a sense where the pass rates are about 85, 90%. I mean, the failure rate is about 85, 90%. And that's how these firms are making money. It's like a pyramid scheme. So they're paying off everyone else's losses.
But once you get the funded, you're good.
Yeah. But getting there, a lot of men are not passing. A lot of men don't even get past phase 1. That's it. Phase 1's like a 90, I think it's 90 or 85% failure rate. Phase 2, it gets probably a bit better. Yeah. And the funded account, even like, I've had funded accounts for over a year and that. Not many people can do that. Like a lot of people like even get a funded account and don't even get a payout, or they get 1-2 payouts and then blow it.
So is the drawdown 10% or the loss 10%?
Drawdown.
Okay, that's
and
hard.
you have that's your max drawdown. Then you have 5% daily drawdown. So if you lose 5% in a day, it's collapse.
Yeah. That's when them numbers are harder because sometimes you have a drawdown.
Yeah,
you get it.
Yeah.
So if you want to make good money, you got to have a drawdown.
Yeah, 100%. So that's what it is. To me, it's just a pyramid scheme. Some of these firms try to say they're giving you live money and copying your trade. It's all bullshit. It's just a pyramid scheme, innit? It's just literally, it's a business where 90% of people are failing, so they're eating 90%. Yeah. So whatever they pay out, it's kind of light compared to the income. You know what I'm saying?
My bro, I think we've wrapped it up. I think we've talked about literally life from start to finish.
Yeah.
Listen, it's been a pleasure having you on my show.
Thank you, bro.
Guys, if you want to follow him, all his socials are in the links below. Go show him some love. Let him know you come from the Blue Tick Show. And if you enjoyed this episode, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.